Guys, it's Saturday. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hope everybody's having fun. Just getting to rest. Honestly, that's probably like the main thing is that everybody's resting their bodies, getting that time in with their families, and friends, and just getting time to relax. That's what I've been doing. As you can tell, I've just been sitting in bed. Honestly, it's been good. Yeah, today's topic is something that was pretty close to my heart this week because it's something that I've personally been going through. And um, I know it's something that a lot of people go through as well, just on a daily basis. And that's on taking on more than you can handle. And me personally, I know I sometimes take on a lot more than I can handle. And instead of asking for help, I'll suffer in silence, and try to do everything on my own. And there are occasions that where we just can't do it on our own and that we'll need to ask for help. And with me, that's a problem because I'm a very prideful and previously egotistical person. I'm not so egotistical anymore. I still do have a big ego. It's something that I'm still learning to sort of curb and, lower. The same thing with my pride. Pride is a little bit easier for me to get rid of now. It's easier for me to just swallow that, and admit, when I'm wrong and things like that, instead of holding on to it, forever. So I'm still working on those things. God's still working on those things with me. But yeah, like I said, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I know it's something that me personally I've been dealing with a lot this week, where I'm just taking on a lot of work and I wouldn't ask people for help because I wanted to do it on my own and I didn't want to be a burden to others. I didn't want people to think that I couldn't handle it or that I was weak. And I know that that's how it is, just in life in general as well for a lot of us, is that we'll take on a lot of things and we all have our own reasons, whether it's because, we're running from something and we just want to bury it in work, or we want to help others and we take on more and just pile that on top of what we're doing and what we're going through as well. But we still have, that helping heart, that heart that wants to, be there for other people when we're not necessarily looking out for ourselves. And I've learned the hard way just through these past months is that you're not ready to help other people until you can help yourself. And I mean, that's how it is with anything. How can you love someone if you can't love yourself? How, how can you do any of these things for other people when you're struggling with doing those things for yourself? And I'm not trying to get off track or anything, but yeah, man, that's how I felt this whole week, and it took me just sitting back and just examining everything Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday, and just praying to God. Honestly, I was just like, please, like, just help me um, deal with these issues. Help me be better at communicating with people. Help me be better at asking for help. Um, and I was just asking, for His wisdom, asking for Him to take some of the burden away and not, and when I say that I don't mean like take some of the work away, but just take that heavy feeling, that you get in your chest when you're at your like last your last wit's end. And you know even though it's not physical stress, physical pain, it can eventually, like, that mental pain and mental fatigue can turn into physical pain and physical stress, and it can show on your face. And I think mine really did start to show because Thursday, I got taken aside because of everything that I was doing, and they were just like, "You have others. that are willing to help you. Just all you have to do is ask. All you have to do is say, "Hey, I need help in this regard." And it was a good feeling to hear that, and but also at the same time, it made me realize that I still have a lot of work to do on myself as well, because I didn't necessarily think that it was showing that bad, but other people can definitely see when people need help, and there are caring people out there that are willing to help. It's just a matter of just asking, and that's the hardest part sometimes, is just asking for help, asking, someone to help carry that burden and carry that load. And so this week, while I was going through all this, I was, reading my Bible, looking for verses that would help me better understand this, help me, I guess, better cope with it and things like that. And I came across a few verses, but two that really, really stuck out to me. And I mean, I just want to share those with you guys as well, and just give you a little insight on them, and as far as to what I feel like they're saying. And I'm reading from the New King James Version Bible, by the way. So yeah, but the first one was First Peter, which was five. First Peter chapter 5, verse 6 through 7, and it reads pretty much, "Therefore humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that He may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon Him, for He cares for you." And pretty much that's what I had to do. I really did have to, like, just sit there and, like, humble myself and realize, like, gosh, I can't do this all on my own. No one can do everything all on their own. We all need help. We all need just something, if it's venting, if it's someone physically helping you, or just listening. We all need that support system. And that verse really, really stuck out to me, and it really hit home, because I was like, man, like, that's exactly me. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I wasn't humbling myself. I was taking it all in, and just sort of holding it, thinking, oh, woe is me. No one needs to know that I'm suffering. I can do it, and I can suffer in silence. I don't need to be a burden on others, but you're never a burden on God. He's always there for you, and He's always willing to help you. He's just like, just let me know what you need, for a lack of a better word. And that's something that I had to do, and it's something that I'm glad I did. Like I said, it opened up a lot, and it made that feeling of just drowning go away after I prayed and just asked for help and just asked for guidance. And I mean, like, usually when I do pray, I just get this feeling of, like, peace and calm over my body. And that's just how it was. It was just like, I guess, as if He was saying, I got this. I can help you. You don't have to do it on your own. Um, yeah, it was nice. Um, and the other one is Galatians 6:2, and it just reads, bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ." And with that one, I mean, just simply put, how I took it was, we're all meant to help each other. Like, humans weren't made to be creatures alone. We weren't meant to be in solitude. Like, we work the best and we do our best when we're with each other, when we're helping each other through our own trials and tribulations, our own struggles. At least to me, that's when I feel humans are at their best. And when we're at our peak is when we're able to recognize that some of our peers need help, and that, some of us are struggling, and when we're able to properly communicate that, hey, I do need help, or hey, hey, this person needs help, and we come together as a family, per se, and we're able to make the burden on all of us easier because we've all been there, we've all been to that point where we feel like there's no return, where we just can't take it anymore. And so we can sympathize with others, and we can sympathize with people when we see that. We're like, okay, we know what you're going through. Like, let me help. Let us help you. And that's what I'm learning now, and what I've learned through this week is that, there are people that are willing to help. All you have to do is ask. And sometimes you don't even have to ask. Sometimes they just see it and they'll come to you. But yeah, you don't have to let your pride and you don't have to let your ego get in the way of that. Like, you can, like I said, there's always someone there that's willing to help you. There's always someone there that's willing to listen. And this week, I found out that, I'm that person as well sometimes. I do need help. I'm never going to be 100% perfect where I can do everything on my own. Like, I'm always going to need that support system. Everyone's going to need that support system. And I was really glad that I came across those verses as well, because like I said, they helped me get through the week, and it helped me to better understand where I stand, in my walk as well with God. It lets me see where I'm still struggling at, and learning that I still have those areas, that I struggle in is teaching me how to be better at those areas as well. And so I'm sort of learning by like trial and error. Like, it's like I'm going through the motions, and then God's like, okay, now what did you learn from this? And I'm like, crap, that's right. I need to humble myself. I need to, ask for help. Stop trying to do it on my own. And he's like, okay, very good. Now we can move on. And so, like, this whole week has been a teaching moment just in that regard, because that's, man, and it's been crazy. Like, now that I like actually like think back on it again, like I can smile about it, because it's like, man, I actually did grow a little bit. I actually learned something, you know, and like, yeah, of course I'm still gonna mess up on these things, I'm still going to come across those times where I'm going to need that lesson again, but I know that people are going to be there to help me, and I know that God's there as well, and I can just ask Him, God, please help me with this. Like, I don't know what to do. Show me the way, or I can talk to people and be like, hey guys, I'm dealing with this right now. Like, can you help me with this? Or what would you guys do in this situation? I'm learning that those avenues of communication are always there. And like I said, people are always willing to help. You just gotta sometimes just reach out and just be like, hey, please help me. But it's always there. And it's just good to know that. It's good to see that I can see that change in myself as well. Man, sorry. It's sorry. It's just reflection, and that's crazy. 'Cause I never thought I would be able to sit here and say that, man, I've learned to humble myself and mean that in a good way, you know, and just realizing that I can say that I've learned something like that. I've learned to humble myself. I've learned to get rid of my pride, and tone down my ego. It makes me happy. But yeah, that's all I really pretty much wanted to say today. Um, if you ever need anything, like, just ask. Ask people, ask God, pray. You know, you'll find your answer, and people will be there more than willing to help. And like I said, I'm learning to be that person as well that's always willing to help. You hear something, I'm like, hey, what do you need? Or, even without them asking, is there something I can do for you? Oh, let me take care of this. I can help you in this regard. And I gotta I'm getting better at that. There's still more than I can do in that area to get to where I want to be, and I'm working on that. But yeah. I mean, I guess in closing, I just want to say, if you see people out there struggling, just ask, hey guys, do you need help? Or ask, hey, what's bothering you? Is there something, do you just want to talk? Can I just be an ear, for you to talk to? I'll listen. I won't even say anything. And if you're the person that needs help, just ask. Like seriously, just ask. I promise you, you'll get help. And hey, if you want to just comment and ask me, I'll be there. Message me, it doesn't matter. I'll always be there to help, or just to listen. It doesn't matter because everybody needs help and everybody just needs an ear and a shoulder to lean on. So yeah, have a good day, guys. And I appreciate you all again for listening to me. And yeah, see you next week.